Hey guys, we're gonna try something new. We always get lost in the weeds talking about performance specs on different cars and get lots of questions about what upgrade someone should consider doing to their car. And my answer is always, first thing is you gotta work on your driving skill. You can throw a lot of money at your car and bench race your friends and have the highest horsepower or whatever, but until you know how to drive it, you're not really gonna get anything out of it. I remember the first racing school we did, Skip Barber. We're struggling the first day just to get these purpose-built race cars to even stay on the racing line. Had all the best equipment we could have to do the job, and we were driving around slow. And the instructor threw us in a 14-passenger van with the whole class and ripped out a perfect lap. He had a faster pace than we would see until the end of the weekend. So it's really not about your equipment, it's mostly about your skill. One of the things that people love to talk about, but no one really knows how, or few people know how to do very well, is a proper heel toe downshift. Before we get into what a heel toe downshift is, though, you have to understand something called rev matching. So as you're driving and you're going down to the gears, the wheels are going to be spinning at a constant speed, and you're going to be running through the RPM, rev range of the motor using engine braking to help slow the car down. But if you don't bring the RPM up to match the speed the wheels are turning, you're going to end up upsetting the balance of the car. In the extreme condition, you can even lock up the back wheels of the car. So, first thing you want to do is just practice anytime you're downshifting, even if you're just coasting, just give the throttle a little blip and try to match the revs to the wheels as you go down through the gears, and that will just make a nice smooth transition. You can practice that anytime. You're coasting, you're not on the brakes. Anytime you're downshift, just give the throttle a little blip. When you want to get into heel toe downshifting, that's a much more tricky thing, because that's going to be when you're in a situation when you're braking, heading into a corner most likely, and you need to get downshift down. Then you need to rev match, so you need to blip the throttle while you're pressing on the brakes. That's what a heel toe downshift is, and that's what we're going to look at doing today. You're driving along, you're just slowing down, you're not necessarily coming to a stop or stopping hard, but you're downshifting. That's when you just want to put in the clutch, give the throttle a little blip, and grab the next gear. When you're heel toe downshifting, it's going to depend on the car you're in. Most modern cars, it's actually a bit of a misnomer, because the way you end up doing it is you roll your foot. You roll the ball of your foot from the brake to the gas while still keeping some pressure on the gas. So it would be more like this. And when you do that, you got to find what's comfortable in your car, but the main thing is to kind of find a place to plant your heel, usually kind of in the corner of the floor and the shifter tunnel, and then roll your foot over and grab the throttle while pressing the brake. This car shows you, this is a 1967 Porsche 912, and it shows you a bit of Porsche's motorsport heritage. All Porsches up till, I think even some of the modern ones, have floor-mounted pedals that really force you to drive with the balls of your feet. And then the gas pedal comes down at an angle below the brake pedal. So in a car like this, you can actually do a true heel toe downshift, where you'll be coming into a corner, grab the clutch, you're already on the brake, and your heel is perfectly positioned to bash down and grab the throttle. Another bit of sage advice from my Skip Barber race school guys was never be embarrassed about the size of your blip. So go ahead and give it a big blip whenever you get a downshift. Make sure you grab enough RPMs to match up when you catch the next gear. And it's just really important you do this right. And what you're doing is you're using the engine braking of the car, of the motor, to slow down the car, but also to balance the car. So a nice smooth transition, and then you have the engine braking and the brakes and the steering, and however you set up the car for the corner, all working together to get the car to turn. So it's really important to be smooth. Make sure you get that blip right. Nice smooth transition in the next gear, and then you keep control going through the corner. So get out there and try it out. Even if you're not steaming into a corner at speed, just anytime you're grabbing the lower gear, just give it a little blip and experiment, kind of feel where the RPM is going to match up. And then as you get more confident with that, try syncing it up with brakes. You got to make sure your foot's in a good secure position so that you're not grabbing more brake than you want to. You want to keep control. But just get out there and get some practice and see how much how many horsepower that adds to your driving.